Good morning, sweeties. Welcome to this class. Today we're going to talk about future will or will future. Some people call it future will or will future, okay? This is an easy topic because I know you know, so it's going to be like a review for us, okay? So stay tuned. Let's start. When do we use the future will? We have different uses. Obviously, as the name says, we're going to refer to which time? The future. Yes. Let's see in detail which are the contexts in which we can use the future will, okay? To start with, it says, for things that we decide to do now, decisions at the moment of speaking. Those are spontaneous. What do we mean with this? It is not something planned. It's something that just came to your mind at that moment and you just said it, okay? That is will, okay? That is something spontaneous, something that comes to your mind suddenly and you just say it, okay? So that is the first use we're going to give it to will, okay? When we haven't decided something, it's just something that came to our mind and we do it, okay? So let's see some examples for you to understand better. It says, I will call a taxi for you. Imagine the situation. You see your brother like calling for taxi or that he's kind of in a hurry and you want to help him calling the taxi. Okay, so you can offer yourself and say, I will call a taxi for you. Okay, it's not something that you planned, I don't know, 2 weeks ago or 2 months ago or 2 hours ago. It's just something that happened. You saw your brother like in need of a taxi and you just decide to do that, okay? In the second one says, I think we'll go right now. It means that I just decided this right now, okay? I haven't decided this or I haven't planned this before. No, it's just something that I want to do it now. It says, which one? I will have the chicken sandwich, please. What could be the context of this? You are at the restaurant, okay? You were given the menu. You are choosing the meal you want. So you skip, and then you found the chicken sandwich, okay? So at that moment, you decided that you will have the chicken sandwich, okay? And the fourth one, it says, the phone is ringing. I answered that call, okay? You're at home with your family and suddenly your phone starts ringing, so you offer yourself to answer that call, okay? I repeat, it's not something that you planned. It's just something that at that moment comes out, okay? Let's continue. The second use we can have is this one. When we think or believe something about the future. And it comes our favorite word from the previous unit, predictions. What kind of prediction do we have when we use will? It's something that we are not sure about, okay? It's something that we just think it could happen, okay? I don't know. I remember that in a previous unit, I said that one of you, I don't remember who, that one of you will get married with a German guy, I think, okay? I'm not sure. You don't even know any German person, okay? But I just said that, okay? That I imagine. It's like saying, I imagine you will get married with, I don't know, with a Canadian guy, okay? Like with an American guy, okay? It's something that I just imagine, okay? So keep in mind that we're not sure. We just think it could happen, okay? So let's see some examples. It says, I think it will rain later, so take an umbrella with you. And I think you will find the movie interesting. Okay? Here, an important thing for us to take into account is the expression I think. I think, I suppose, I hope. Okay? Those are expressions that help us expressing prediction. Okay? Like those expressions we can use to clarify that it is a prediction that we are not sure, but they could happen. Okay, so I think it will rain later. I think you will find the movie interesting. Third use, to make an offer or a promise. By the way, we don't say promise, it's promise. Okay, as I said before, in the very first use, I already mentioned something about offering yourself, but we're going to emphasize here. Okay, so let's see the examples. Okay, Susan is talking and she says, I'm so tired. And then Tom answers, I'll finish the dishes for you. Okay, Susan was doing the washing up, but she's so tired. So Tom is offering himself to finish the washing up. Okay, so you offer yourself. I'll finish the dishes for you. Okay. You see that, I don't know, your mom is carrying a really heavy box. So immediately you offer yourself. I will help you. Okay. I will do it. Okay. So that's a way to offer ourselves. And then we have the two examples with the expression, I promise. I promise I will do my best to help you. I promise that. That is optional there, okay? So I promise that, or I just promise I will kill you if you tell anyone my secret, okay? If you tell anyone my secret. There's an extra capital letter that it was not supposed to be there, okay? So I promise that I will kill you if, that's a lowercase, it's not a capital, if you tell anyone my secret, okay? Then you have the fourth use, that is when we use the first conditional. What is the first conditional? What the first conditional stands for? I'm not going to go in detail because the next topic is this one. So we're going to go in detail, but in the next video, okay? So far what I need to know is that we need the future will because we're going to start the first conditional later on, and will, it's part of the first conditional that we need, okay? So let's see, what is the first conditional? For example, when I say, if you study hard, you will get good grades. If she has time, she will come to the party, okay? So what do I mean? That it is like a condition. In order for you to get good grades, you need to study hard. In order for her to come to the party, the condition is that she has time, okay? That is like the condition, okay? You can see that you have a consequence also, that it's you will get good grades, or that she will come to the party, okay? But so far, I need you to know that we will need the future will for the first conditional that we will study later on. Okay, let's start with the form. This is a piece of cake for you. This is really easy peasy for you, okay? We're not going to have any problem with the form itself. Let's start with the affirmative one. What do we need for the affirmative? We need a subject. We need will, of course, and we need the future will. We will need will, okay? Then we have the verb in base form. Sweeties, I remind you, what is a base form? It means that the verb is as it is, okay? As we say, play, go, drive, drink, jump, skip, okay? We're not going to use any to, not to play, no. We're not going to have any ing, no ings here, okay? No ed, nothing. Only the verb as itself, okay? Like go, like, I don't know, study, okay? Like that, nothing else. Nothing else, okay? No matter if you have he, she, it, okay? That's the easy part of this. We're not going to worry about he, she, it. It doesn't matter, okay? They don't need any extra effort from us, okay? All of the personal pronouns, okay? All of them require only will and the verb in base form, nothing else, okay? So obviously after the base form, what do we need? The complement. Okay, now let's see a sentence for us to match with the form. You have, he will learn another language. So he is the subject, will is the will modal, okay, but we need to express the future. Then we have the verb in base form, learn. Now you can notice we don't have any to learn, we don't have any ing, we don't have any ed, only the verb as it is, okay? In another language, it's our complement, okay? Let's see some more examples that I brought. You can have, as usual, in English, we have the long form and the contracted form, or when we use contractions, okay? So here you have the long one, I will win the match. The short one, I'll win the match. So will can turn into apostrophe LL. The same for you will win the match, you'll win the match. And here for you to remember, if you have he, she, it doesn't matter. They always take will plus the base form, nothing else, okay? So he will win the match, he'll win the match, okay? So please, sweeties, pay attention here. We have I, we have you, and we have he, and all of them got the same form. Will win, will win, will win, okay? Important thing for you to remember, the contraction. Will equals apostrophe LL. They are the same, okay? So don't forget that part. Now let's move with the negative. What do we need in order to get the negative? As usual, we need the subject. Here it's the difference. Instead of using will, now we will need will not, or the contraction that is won't. This is the only possibility, so it is won't. Okay, later on I will explain a detail here, okay? So we can have will not. Obviously, if you have will, you can have the contraction like apostrophe LL not or won't. But mostly we use won't, okay? So after the modal will not or won't, we're going to have the verb in base form. I'm not going to repeat, but remember what a base form stands for, okay? Then we have the complement. Easy peasy, nothing new for us. So let's put it into a sentence. He won't learn another language. So he is our subject again. Want, we have here the modal. Learn for the verb in base form, and another language for the complement. Let's see some more examples. Again, the long form and the contracted form. Here you have the long form will be, I will not win the match. The contracted form you can have, I'll, like apostrophe LL, not win the match, or I won't win the match. For you, you will not win the match, or you'll not win the match, or you won't win the match. And the same for he. He will not win the match, or he'll not win the match, or he won't win the match. Okay, sweeties, important detail here. Take into account that will plus not equals won't. We never, ever, ever say won't. Okay, it would be like won't. But no, there's no won't, so we're going to cross out that. There's no won't in English. The only contraction is want. Or if you prefer, the apostrophe LL, not. But won't, no. Okay, remember, no won't in English. Let's continue with the question form. For the question, we will have, as usual, the auxiliary, in this case, will, plus the subject. We just move the spaces here, okay, like the order. In the other ones, the subject comes first. In a question, remember first the auxiliary and then the subject. Then we have the verb in base form again, the complement, and our dear friend for questions, the question mark, okay? Remember what Mrs. Steffi says. No question mark, no question here, okay? What else we can have here? If you need, sweeties, if you need, okay, to have, or if you need a yes no question, this is enough, okay? But if you need to get a WH question that you need some information, okay, don't forget that the WH word comes first before the auxiliary will. Okay, so we have will, subject, verb, verb in base form plus the complement and our dear question mark. So let's put it into an example. Will he learn another language? Will, the auxiliary or the modal, subject, he, learned, again the verb in base form, and another language, the complement. Okay, now you can notice how we move the elements of the sentence according to the form we need. Okay, and at the end of this question, don't forget our friend, the question mark. Okay, so let's see some examples. The long form. Will I win the match? When will you play the match? I put a when there just in case you want to see where we place the WH word. There you have. When will you play the match? Will he win the match? Okay, nothing difficult. We have nothing to take into account rather than the order. Okay. Then, for the contracted form, sweeties, as you see, it's not possible. We cannot say like apostrophe LL, like I win the match. No, it doesn't make sense, okay? So we don't use any contracted forms with the question forms, okay? Let's see what is the part we need to remember. Okay, that if we have the yes-no questions as will he learn another language, the answers will be yes, the subject plus will, or no, the subject plus won't. In this case, the answers will be yes, he will, or no, he won't. I remind you, sweeties, for the negative short answer, it is better to use, and you have to use the contracted form, okay? It is not that natural to say no, he will not. It doesn't sound like natural. It is better to use the contraction there. Let's continue. Okay. Another example just for you to notice how we move the elements of the sentence. Positive, they will, or the apostrophe LL, buy a new book. The negative will be, they will not want or won't buy a new book. And the question will be, will they buy a new book? Okay. The two possible short answers will be, yes, they will, or no, they won't. Okay. Notice, sweeties. It is only the will that you have to place in the correct order, okay? Then, let's practice. I think it will be really easy for you, but let's practice. Let's start. Write positive sentences in will future. Let's see the example. Okay, you have we, help in brackets, you. You a drink. I think our team, the match. Maybe she, a language course in Malta. I, the tickets. So let's see the answers. We will help you. I will get you a drink. I think our team will win the match. Maybe she will do a language course and I will buy. Sweetie pies, notice how easy this is, okay? Only put will and the base form, the verb that you have in brackets. Will and the verb you have in brackets. Will and the verb you have in brackets, okay? So it's going to be a piece of cake for you today, the exercise you have to complete, okay? Will and the verb you have there, okay? Another thing you can take into account is, for example, in number 3 and 4, our team will be it and she. We don't say like will wins. No, never. Only will win. The same for she will does. No, she will do. And that's it. Okay? The next one, it says write negative sentences in will future. You have here the elements and we will have to complete with the correct negative form of will. So let's do it. I answer the question will be I won't, or I will not, or even the apostrophe LL not answer the question. She read the book. She won't or will not read the book. They drink beer. They won't or will not drink beer. You have we send the postcard. What would be the negative? We won't or will not send the postcard. Number 5, Vanessa catch the ball. Vanessa won't or will not catch the ball. Okay, any problem? Again, no, because the only thing we have to do is add will not or won't. That's it, okay? This is, I think, for me, this is the easiest tense to learn, okay? And finally, let's see if we can create questions with will, okay? You have you ask him. Jenny locked the door. It rained. So what could be for number 1? Will you ask him? Don't forget the question mark. Number 2 will be, will Jenny lock the door? And number 3, will it rain? For number 4, you got the teacher test our English. The question form will be, will the teacher test our English? And the final one, you have a WH word there. So first we put the WH word. What will they eat? Okay? I think this is a piece of cake for you. Easy peasy. Okay? So that's it for today, sweeties. But I want you to do a task in the comments, okay? If you are here watching the video, you will be sure of what you have to do in the comments, okay? So it's part of your homework to do this, okay? Turn this sentence into its negative and question form. This is worth 4 points, okay? So, Bob will call you soon. What is the negative form of Bob will call you soon? Write it in the comment. For the question form, what would be the question form of Bob will call you soon? Write it in the comments. Now, for the second part, you will have to write your own affirmative sentence and turn it into its negative and question form. Obviously, using will, okay? So you write your sentence with will in affirmative, then you turn it into negative and to the question form, okay? So at the end, I will have in my comments 5 sentences from you, okay? Each of them worth 2 points, okay? So at the end, you will get your 10 for this activity based on those 5 sentences you will write in the comment, okay? So that's it, I think. Thanks for watching this video, sweeties. Don't forget to comment the video according to what I told you before. Okay, the 5 sentences you are supposed to write. And that's it. Bye-bye, sweeties. Have a nice day.